Skadi, the Norse goddess of winter, mountains, and hunting, is a figure of independence and fierce resolve in Norse mythology. A giantess of Jotunheim, the realm of giants, Skadi is known for her skill in archery and skiing, her icy demeanor, and her unyielding strength. Her story is deeply woven into themes of vengeance, marriage, and the search for balance between wild nature and the cultivated world of the gods in Asgard. The story of Skadi begins with her father, the giant Þjazi, a powerful and notorious figure among the Jotnar giants. Þjazi once captured the trickster god Loki, demanding the goddess Idun and her apples of immortality as ransom. Loki tricked Idun into leaving Asgard and brought her to Þjazi, who imprisoned her in his mountain lair. Without Idun and her apples, the gods began to age, their powers fading. Realizing their peril, the gods confronted Loki, forcing him to rescue Idun. Through cunning, Loki freed her and returned her to Asgard, restoring the gods' vitality. Enraged, Þjazi pursued them but was killed in a fiery ambush set by the gods. When Skadi learned of her father's death at the hands of the Aesir gods, she was consumed by grief and anger. In her fury, she donned her armor, grabbed her weapons, and set off alone to confront the gods of Asgard. She journeyed over mountains and across harsh, snow-covered lands, her resolve as unyielding as the winter storms she commanded. Eventually, she arrived in Asgard, where she demanded justice and reparation for the murder of her father. The gods admired Skadi's bravery and independence, yet they knew that her anger needed to be appeased to avoid a conflict with the giants. Odin, ever diplomatic, offered her a compromise. He would give her a choice of one of the gods as her husband as part of the compensation. Skadi agreed but imposed her own condition: she would choose her husband by looking only at the gods' feet, without seeing their faces. The gods lined up, and Skadi walked past them, inspecting their feet. She was hoping to find Baldur, the most handsome of the gods, imagining him as her perfect match. When she came upon a pair of strong, clean feet, she assumed they belonged to Baldur and chose that god as her husband. However, when she finally looked up, she saw that the god she had chosen was not Baldur but Njord, the sea god, who was associated with wealth, fishing, and calm coastal waters rather than the rugged mountains Skadi loved. Despite her disappointment, Skadi honored her choice and married Njord. Although both gods respected one another, their marriage was marked by a clash of incompatible desires and lifestyles. Njord loved the sea, the sound of the waves, and the peace of his home in Notn by the coast. Skadi, on the other hand, could not bear to live away from her icy mountains and longed for the solitude of her homeland. They agreed to compromise, spending 9 nights in Notn and then 9 nights in Thrymheim, Skadi's mountain home. However, each found the other's environment intolerable. Skadi could not stand the sounds of seabirds and crashing waves, which kept her from sleep. Njord, in turn, disliked the cold, howling winds of the mountains and the eerie silence of the snowy peaks. Their love was genuine, but the differences in their preferred worlds proved irreconcilable, and they eventually parted ways, each returning to the lands that suited them best. Aside from her marriage, Skadi's presence in Asgard remained significant. Odin, impressed by her courage, sought to further honor her by inviting her to join the gods and offering her a place among them. As a gesture of goodwill, Odin also took Þjazi's eyes and cast them into the night sky, where they became stars, immortalizing her father in the heavens and softening her grief. Skadi continued to visit Asgard, where she earned respect as a huntress and a goddess of the winter wilderness. Known for her independence, she was often seen with her bow and arrows, gliding over snow-covered landscapes on skis or snowshoes. Skadi's role in Norse mythology reflects her deep connection to the harsh beauty of the natural world, embodying the resilience, solitude, and strength required to endure winter's challenges. In the myths, Skadi represents the untamable power of the wilderness and a fierce commitment to personal freedom. Though her marriage to Njord ultimately failed, it highlights the theme of finding balance between opposites and the sacrifices often required to bridge worlds as different as the mountains and the sea. Skadi's fierce spirit, determination, and loyalty to her roots made her a beloved figure among both gods and mortals, a symbol of endurance in the face of hardship and a reminder of the beauty and power of nature's most unforgiving forces.